Greetings, fellow YouTuber. My name is Tim. You're right. It's really exciting. You're absolutely right about that, little buddy. Yeah, you're absolutely right about that, pal. Yeah. I know. We haven't put anything out in a year. Do you know that? I know. It's really kind of cool. And I hope it's successful. I hope so. It will be. Why do you say that? Oh, your comb and paper solo in the middle of it. Yeah, of course. Who wouldn't remember that? When I put out in editing. Nothing. Just talking to myself. Okay. Why don't you go clean up the kitchen? Okay, because I'm going to start the show. Okay. All right, no problem. You go ahead and do that, and we'll try to forget about the fact that I edited out the comb and paper solo in the new song. Greetings, fellow YouTuber. My name is Tim. Welcome once again to our weekly slop fest that we meticulously slap together and we call GainerWorld Live. My name is Tim Gainer, in case you haven't figured it out yet. And for the next hour, we're going to do, pretty much nothing, if you really want to know the truth. That's really kind of what we do on this show. We just kind of kick back, let our hair down. We have lots of people that come into the chat room, talk to us about lots of different things. And, all in all, that's pretty much what we do. We sit back, we say hi to everybody, and we let our hair down. And we make sure that everybody's okay. And I've got this groovy guitar sitting next to me that I might even try to play later on. So we'll see what's going on. Amu City Games, of course, hanging out with us this evening. Amu City, really, that's who you are. No, really, it is. I swear. Hey, I'm not just old. You can't see it, but it says, I'm a classic. That's right. It's my story, and I'm sticking to it. We couldn't figure out from the nameplate in the lower left. Yeah, well, hey, maybe there's something wrong with the audio. Just, making sure. We're going to make sure that things are on an even keel, as it were. make sure we got all the bases covered. That's what we're all about here. So if you are new to this little thing, really don't expect a whole heck of a lot. I say this every week because, it's so true. No, really, what we do is we just kind of hang out here and we talk amongst ourselves. We have this chat room that if you're any person of YouTubeage, you know about, and we like to talk amongst ourselves in that chat room, and I just kind of lead the way because I really don't have any other applicable social skills. So that's kind of what I do. And we hang out here and we have a lot of fun. So that's what's going on with that. So if you're new, pop on in. We'd love to hear from you. I know that there's a few people so far. There's a few people so far that are in there and they haven't popped into the chat room. Don't be shy. We won't bite. We can't. It's the internet. We can't do that. Okay. You are safe from harm, relatively speaking. MUCD saying, yes, if you're new, he is the resident jackass, and he's darn proud of it too, let me tell you. So if by any means you do run into Amu City, first off, let me just say off the top, I'm so sorry. Carl says he's always shy. Carl Keegan, our big cuddly Irish teddy bear, is in there. We appreciate that. It's always good to see you, pal. So yeah, come on in. We talk amongst ourselves. And we just have all kinds of fun. And that's what we're going to be doing this evening. And MEC says, I'm sorry too. Yes, we know. Believe me, we know. So he's doing all right. I'm doing good, Carl. Everybody's doing all right. It's been a good week. We're counting down to the days when I'm a free agent, and I'm feeling pretty good about that. Got starting to make plans. Did I get both rabies injections? Yes, I did last Saturday. I will have you know, I did go in for my second shot, and I gotta tell you, some people have had. Okay, now there's if anybody has been keeping up with the whole COVID thing, and indeed, how could you not? But there's 3 different types of injections that you can get. One is from a company called Pfizer. Another one is from a company called Moderna. And another one is from Johnson & Johnson, the people who bring you baby lotion, which is a whole other area that I can't get into because it's YouTube. But I did get the Pfizer shots, and the first one didn't bother me. It just felt like, somebody had punched me in the arm for a little while. But the second one, well, you know what I did with the second one? The second one, I made a really big mistake. And Emu City also reminds me that Pfizer are the makers of the little blue happy pill. I forgot about that. You're right. But I will say this. I made a mistake. When I got my second shot. Now, you have to understand that on the day I got my second shot, it was on a Saturday. And I was really feeling good. It was a warm day. It was nice out. Everything was okay. And as soon as I got the shot, came back home, relaxed for a little bit. I thought to myself, boy, it's such a great day. I'm going to go to the driving range. And I took my driver in hand and I ran off to a driving range, which is not too far from my home. And I spent a couple hours out there doing what you do at driving ranges with a driver. You hit buckets of golf balls, which is probably not a good idea because what that did was it obviously, because of the activity, coursed the injection through my veins that much faster. And by the time I'd gotten home that night, I felt terrible. Just terrible. I mean, my body ached. I just felt garbage. And all through the next day, as a matter of fact. So, yeah, I spent like 3 days in misery, thanks to the good folks at Pfizer. Amy City says, sleep through the second one. Yeah, too late. Although I did say that. I will say that Sunday into Monday, and this is a record. I mean, even I didn't do this as a kid. I slept 18 hours through Sunday and Monday. That's how crappy I felt. Yeah, your immune system goes into overdrive. Boy, tell me about it. It's insane. I mean, I'd heard that, everybody was telling me, drink the water, just relax, all that, all the stuff that they tell you. But nope, not Tim. Tim needed to get it all through his veins right away. It's a normal reaction to being exposed to millions of fault body proteins. Yeah, I suppose, but at the same time, it's like, to exacerbate it the way I did probably wasn't a good idea. So yeah, I totally paid the price for that one. I completely paid the price for that. And hey, what are you gonna do? So much the likes. So yeah, I do have both in me, and that means that I'm going to be traveling, and we're going to be seeing the sights. Knock that back with Captain Morgan and hope for the best. Yeah, I hear you. Me and the captain probably should have become close personal friends that night, but yeah, no. I decided to just sleep it off, and it worked to a degree. Monday morning I was still kind of, but but to anybody who is kind of, should I get this shot? I mean, this could all be just a big hoax for all I know. I really don't think I want to get shot. Get the damned shot. Okay? We've all been locked up in quarantine for over a year. Wear the damned mask. Get the damned shot. Okay? Thanks. But you're okay now. Yeah, I feel great. As a matter of fact, I really do. I feel terrific. Getting a little stir crazy because there's been all kinds of crappy weather in the Chicago area over the course of the last several days. In fact, it snowed earlier this week. Yes, indeed. You gotta love April in Chicago. You gotta love April in Chicago. There is a saying here: if you don't like the weather, stick around 30 minutes. And boy, it's true. April is the worst proponent for this. It really is. It was 80 one day, and well, we got about half an inch of snow the next. So, but it's going back up to 80 again by the weekend. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. Still haven't gotten my first shot. No, Amy said, really, honest to God, no kidding. You gotta go get it, dude. Really, don't even waste time with this, okay? You know, I want to play live music again, okay? I want to go back out on the road. I want to see people. I want to commingle with humanity. I really do. My friend who turns on the lights as it was snowing the other day. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Little sister Judy from the CO. Yeah, come on in. Appreciate you coming in here. It's going to be soon. Okay, great. That is a good thing. I'm very happy to hear that. So yeah. So that's what's been going on over the course of okay, let me explain what's going on here for those of you that may be reading the chat right now and have no idea what the heck is going on. You saw the crawler just now. I do have a new single that's coming out on May 14th. It's a track called You're Not Supposed to Hear This. I'm very proud of it. Recorded it all myself, produced it myself. It's the first official release from the all-new Mellow Landings World headquarters, centrally located in a secret location in the Midwestern United States. But that's the new single. And Carl wants to know, is that about me on Warp? You're not supposed to hear this. No, it's not true at all, Carl. You were a great jock. You were a great jock, dude. You really were. You're the man, Homer. No, you're the man, Carl. You are all man, if you know what I'm saying. So, yeah. So, I'm very happy about that. Going to be a new single, and it's going to be available on all the streaming platforms. Pre-sales are going to start on May 12th after a very special premiere, a world premiere that is going to be going on the Hugs Blast on radio station WRGG in Greencastle, Pennsylvania. You can hear it too on WRGG.org. Go bookmark that now, because the night of Wednesday, May 12th, you will be able to get the world premiere of the new single. You're not supposed to hear that. You're not supposed to hear this. And yes, it is available all over the world. So, Carl, you have no excuses. I like to identify as Julia Child. Oh, don't forget the butter. Never forget the butter. One of the guys in my band that's going to be coming out with me this fall, Ken Valskis, that used to be one of the greatest things he ever did was his impression of Julia Childs. And, yeah. Judy says the 11th would have been better. I'll have them reschedule the show for you. Really? At any rate. But I'll be listening. I already listened to the shows on that station. Oh, cool. I'm very glad to hear that. And I'm sure that Cyrus Gray will be glad to hear that too. Speaking of Cyrus, I want to wish him a very speedy recovery. He went in for shoulder surgery today. Apparently having some Tommy John surgery being done on his shoulder to kind of repair things up. And I hope he's watching this, or at the very least listening to it, from a hospital bed somewhere located near him. And remember, if you are listening, Cyrus, please just remember, grabbing the nurses does not qualify as a reflex stress test, okay? And they can bring you up on charges. I'm just saying. So, anyway, Judy says, thanks. Hey, it's the least I can do. It's what I'm all about anyway. Think of me as a public-spirited citizen, okay? But at any rate. So, yeah, that's what's been going on. What is happening in your world? It's been kind of a down. I always ask for a bed bath. I know you do. Well, you do that even when you're not in the hospital. You always ask for a bed bath because you're that kind of a guy. You sick freak. But I'm kidding. Carl's a good person. He is a good person. He has different tastes and lifestyle, shall we say. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. In this age of tolerance and diversity, we welcome that. We're still locked up here in Ireland. Really? I'd heard about that. I also hear that there's like this major uptick going on in India. Have you heard about this? COVID is spiking over there big time. I'm not sure what's going on. I'd like to go into CVS and ask for a bed bath. Why haven't you? I'd like to see that. I would be very interested. Bring your phone with when you do that, because I know eventually you will. That's the type of person that you are. But, I guess the lockdown's going on the variant has gone nuts in India. I think I opened for the variant once. I'm not sure. But if they go nuts in India, hey, what are you going to do? Got all these people, should be wearing the mask. They're not wearing the mask. Don't know why, but hey. That's why I keep saying, folks, you can think it's a conspiracy, you can think it's a joke, you can think it's something that has to do with the government, and all that. Wear the damn mask. Get the damn shot. This is not the government. This is not some kind of Republican or Democrat thing. This is Mother Nature throwing a whammy at us. And we're smart enough to fix it. And you can talk to me about rights all day long. That's great. If it's your right to catch this thing and want to die, have at it, Hoss. Just don't come near me. Get the damn shot. Wear the damn mask. Okay? Thanks. Little sister Judy says, I ate at an IHOP today for the first time. The restaurants are open here. You've never eaten at IHOP? There used to be one near the house. What? Really? That little subcontinent tucked all the way down there, like the Canada. No, the Canada is up that way. The Canadiana is up that way. Yeah, they don't care. They got that thing under control, dude. They're Canada. How is mask wearing generally in the U.S.? A lot of people, everybody I know, thankfully, with the exception of a scant few, they're very good about wearing the mask. I've got every coat I own. I've got a PPE stuck in my pocket. I've got a custom one that I put in my car when I go out, like shopping or something like that. Everybody I know is real good about it. But like I said, there's a scant few that'll come up and go, it's all part of the government. I don't believe in that fake stuff. It's all a part of it. They just want to put the taxes and the schmutzing with the... No, it's Mother Nature laying a whammy on us because some idiot in Wuhan one day decided they wanted some bat soup, and the cook during the lunch rush was in a hurry and undercooked it. That's what this is all about. Really, really, honest to God, no crap. And it turned into a pandemic. Wear the damn mask. Get the damn shot. Thanks. Trying to remember what an IHOP restaurant is, says Carl. The International House of Pancakes. How can you not remember IHOP? There were IHOPs all over the city, dude. There was one down... No, I take that back. There wasn't one downtown. I know there was one near my house when I lived on the south side as a kid. I know there's a couple on the north side. And there was one in Oak Lawn that got blown away that we'll talk about in a few minutes. But yeah, one of the best restaurants in the world. I I don't know of any IHOPs that are around here these days. I do know that there's an original pancake house that just opened nearby. I'm very happy about that. I'm going to be going there sometime really soon. So I think I went to one. It should have been a blue building with a red roof or an orange roof. You can't forget this building. You cannot forget the architecture of an IHOP. Judy says, funny scenes are watching people get to the door and say, damn it, and walk back to their car and get their mask. Do you have any idea how many times I've done that? I'll walk to the door. I'll see people walking in. They've all got the mask, and they're all looking at me like I'm nuts. And I'm like, walk back to the car, get the mask, walk back in. I got as far as actually the entrance of a Target, I think a Target or Carson's or something like that. And the young lady's like, excuse me, sir. Got it. Fortunately, I had one in my pocket. Whoop, threw it on. Life is good. Did I hear that the Willis Tower naming rights is up for grabs again? Okay, look. It is the Sears Tower. If you are ever coming back to this country, if you are ever coming back to this city, okay, I've got to remind you, here's how you speak Chicago. Here's how you speak Chicagoan. It's not the Willis Tower. It's the Sears Tower. The Sears Tower. It's not Guaranteed Rate Field. It's Comiskey Park. Okay? You don't sit in the living room. You sit in the front room. You don't drink soda. You drink pop. Okay? There's a video that is out on TikTok where one of the local news commentators, a lovely lady by the name of Robin Baumgarten, gives the Chicago test. I'm going to get a copy of that, and I'm going to play it on the air, possibly in the next week or two. I've got something to set up. No, you don't. No, you don't. See, I'm in control now. I don't have to listen to this. All right? I'm going to be back. I know you are. I know you are, pal. One of these days, I'm waiting for you to show up. And speaking of which, my brother from another mother, our occasional guest co-host, Chris King, has entered the chat room, ladies and gentlemen. Please run in and harass him at will. Love watching the Karens yell at people in stores to wear the masks. There's one in every grocery store. Oh, yeah. And usually the one that's yelling the most has got the mask under their chin. Okay, so they think that they're in compliance, so they can yell and ask for the manager and the police and the National Guard, you know. This is a dialect thing between posh and not so posh areas of the Chicago. No. There's one dialect, my friend. There's one dialect. And it's down on the south side. The people up north, they don't get it. They don't get it. You know, and they can walk around, they can pretend that they're all hoity-toity and all that stuff. But you get down around there about 95th and Western, oh yeah, it's another story, my friend. That's right, you get your hot beef, you get it wet, you dip it, it's nice. That's what I'm talking about. You go down there to the Sinai Deli down in Pershing. Is it red line versus brown line? Yes, it is. And don't even get me started on the green line, because that'll take you right straight down 95th Street. Beefs need to be dipped with hot peppers. That's right, MU City. This is what I'm talking about. There's no dialect problem. You get down there around 87th Street. You get down there close to down to Plant there, and you're okay. So. And this just waded off into this just very strange cultural thing that, yeah. Is that the coronas? I know it's not the coronas. I am vaccinated. I have a feeling I send you off on rants. You have no idea. Between you, Amu City, Chris, little sister, other people, yeah. I should be heavily medicated long about now, but that's okay. It's all right. It's all part of the fun. It's all part of the fun of the magic of whatever it is we're calling this. I was getting into a discussion with somebody about that the other day, as a matter of fact. It's like, So I started this back around 18 or something like that, 2017. Started off as a vlogger. Then I got to a podcaster. Speaking of which, because he thinks that he can interrupt me during my own show, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my brother from another mother, road manager extraordinaire, and occasional guest co-host to this show. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris DJ OPM King, what is up, my brother?
Hey, I heard you talking there about the dip beef and the jardiniers there.
That's right. You gotta put.
Figured, we talk about a Polish or two. We talk about the
Bears.
Yep.
That's right. And a certain theme from a certain town we known as the Bulls.
The Bears.
The Bears.
And of course, you got your Cubbies.
Now you got the you got the Cubbies, but that's okay because down there on the south side you got the Sox too. So you can't be talking about the Cubbies all that much. You got the Sox. So, but that
forget about the Sox.
Forget about the Sox. Yeah, I hear you. So where are you at, brother? Why you not here?
I didn't know that I had a standing invitation.
No, you don't have a standing invitation, but you just have. You just basically have a propensity to just invade things at the worst time. But no, I'm kidding, man. No. So what are you up to?
Oh, kind of like the Mongols, huh?
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking more like the Littles, but hey, what do I know?
Oh God, no! I'm just coming from the show.
Okay.
Because movie theaters are opening back up.
Yay! That's a good thing.
Got the opportunity to see two pretty good movies.
Oh, no kidding! What did you see?
Okay, so the first movie that I saw actually was last week. It was called Nobody.
Okay.
I like to describe movies without giving spoilers.
That's usually helpful.
So I'm going to try my best to do the same thing with both of these. So as far as Nobody is concerned, do I recommend you go see it? Yes.
Okay.
What is it about? Think blue collar Liam Neeson.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, it's a fun little action flick. You might get a kick out of it.
Liam Neeson's back to kicking ass, is what you're telling me.
Well, no. It's not Liam Neeson. This is the knockoff blue collar Liam Neeson.
Gotcha. Okay. Fair enough.
And he does a good job. So There's that. And then I saw Mortal Kombat.
Oh, did you? Yeah. I'm not one for shoot 'em ups or action flicks or anything like that, but that looks really interesting. I may have to check this out.
I can say this. The first act for the setup was really good. The second act for the development of the characters was actually pretty fantastic.
Okay.
The third act was rushed and contrived, but the special effects were awesome.
Okay, that's cool. Carl wants to know, is that a remake?
Yes, it's a remake of a remake of a remake.
Okay. All right.
There's been like 4 Mortal Kombat movies, and none of them are related to each other. And there's going to be a sequel to this one too. But
see, every time I see Mortal Kombat, the first thing that I think, in fact, I was watching this morning. I was watching the news this morning. I was watching what's his name, Dean Richards, and he's just like, Mortal Kombat, it's a great movie. And the only thing I can think of is just headshot, finish him. And that's, I can't get that out of my mind. It's going to be 2 hours of that. It's like...
Well, no. It's not going to be 2 hours of that, although they did throw those lines in various places.
Imagine the odds.
Yeah, I don't think that they utilized them very well. It's kind of like, the timing for those was kind of like if you had Arnold Schwarzenegger with one of his telltale one-liners. Only he tells it really dry and in the wrong place.
Well, that's usually the way it was anyway. But, yeah, okay.
But at least he was funny with it.
Amu City says headshot is the wrong genre.
No, headshot is right because in Mortal Kombat 3 or 4 they introduced some dude with a gun that was his call when he would take a shot at somebody.
Yeah,
so,
headshot, right. I remember that from the game. Then you would, when the guy's getting the crap beaten out of him, finish him. So I remember.
Exactly.
Finish him is accurate, says Mikey. There's also fatality. Now that one's got to be a later version because I don't remember that one.
No, fatality was from the first one, dude. And here's the thing. Here's an interesting bit of trivia for you.
Okay.
When the guys at Midway first created Mortal Kombat, they put the fatalities in there, but they made them so complicated that they never expected anybody to find them.
Really?
Yes, that was not something that they actually meant for people to find the combinations. And the combinations are so time sensitive.
Okay.
That if you don't do it with exactly the right timing, then you will never get it.
Okay.
So they did that on purpose, so that it would be like a little Easter egg that would come out every once in a while. But people sat there in the arcade with rolls and rolls of quarters to try and figure out what all the fatalities were. And then they started blasting it out to different people, and there you go.
Even Amu City is saying they completely underestimated gamers. But see, gamers during that time. I mean, it wasn't really such a big thing. I mean, video games was coming into its own, granted, but by that time it was still kind of like. Dude, video
games, by the time that Mortal Kombat came out, video games not only had cemented their place in history.
Oh yeah.
But every place you went, you could find an arcade. And
that is true.
That's when we started getting into tokens instead of quarters.
Right.
It was about that time that happened.
It was the start. It was the start of the second boom. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. Makes sense to me.
Yeah, it was messed up, man, but the movie was okay. Was it great? No. Is it a fun afternoon if you want to spend some time during a matinee checking it out? Yeah, you could spend $5-6 to do that.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right.
As far as like the date night Friday kind of thing, go out with your lady that she likes action movies and stuff. Save your money. Save your money.
I hear you. Old girl's going to have to find something better. So, yeah.
That's the truth.
Makes sense.
That's the truth. So anyway, I just wanted to say hi to everybody. Hi, Judy. Hi, Carl. Hi, Amu City. Who else is in here tonight?
That's about it. That's about the extent of it for right now. Judy, as a matter of fact, she had to blast because I guess it was dinner time. Because, well, Colorado people,
I know, right? What is with that eating thing and everything?
Next thing you know, she's going to want, a roof over her head or some noise. And
Oh, Amu City, don't even waste your money streaming it on HBO Max. Here's another little fun fact for you. While HBO Max, if you have the subscription, you can see it, blah, blah, blah. But if you rent the movie specifically for HBO Max and you spend $25, you'll spend $13 going to the show. Save your money. You're already vaccinated. Go to the show. Get back in the habit of going to the movies.
Go back. Return to your normal life. It's okay.
Right.
You've got the shots.
Exactly.
You can go out now. Anyway.
Hey, Liz. How you doing?
Hey, yeah, Liz is in there. She's saying hey to you. So that's cool. So tune in next week for Chris's picks of the week. Chris.
Yeah, no joke, dude. Because I have movie theater rewards points burning a hole in my pocket right now.
I can understand that. As a matter of fact, I just remembered I got a couple of those laying around someplace. No,
you don't understand. You don't understand. Right now, I'm waiting on Regal Theaters to open.
Okay.
Because I've got some 26,000 points that I have to redeem by the end of the year.
Oh wow. So the next movie party's on Chris is what you're saying.
Yeah, I lived in a movie theater, dude. That's basically because it's right up the street from me, so everybody would get on my nerves, and that's my retreat.
And that's where I'd go, just end up at the movie theater. Okay, hey, we all got to do what we got to do.
Exactly.
You got to do what you got to do, man. Makes sense to me. It's either that or booze. We all know how that ends up.
Right. Exactly.
And Mike's saying that since he's still not protected from the coronas, that he's going to have to wait, although he's supposed to be getting his soon.
Although, I have an idea.
Okay.
I have an idea so crazy it just might work. I know that you're not protected from the coronas, Mike, but if you want to go out to the show to actually see something, I would suggest that just for old time's sake, me and you and Tim and maybe your fam and maybe a couple other people, no more than 20 folks, we rent out a movie theater. I've done it before. It's like $100. We can have the whole theater to ourselves.
That's not a bad idea.
Watch pretty much whatever we want to watch.
See that opens up the palette right there. There's so much.
If we don't, and here's the thing, if we don't want to watch a movie, that's cool too. I can call ahead. I can bring down the Xbox One. We can do some things. I'm just saying.
On the screen. That'd be some serious stuff. All of us playing Mario Karts blasted out of our minds on this gigantic 20-foot screen. I'm ready for that. I am ready for that.
Yeah, that's the Switch though, dude. But anyway.
I don't care.
I get your point.
You know where I'm going.
Yeah, I get your point.
Mike's pushing back.
Totally do that.
Okay, so Mike's pushing back saying, I already have HBO Max, so I'm all good. Carl's saying he wants to come in so he can play Halo.
Oh, dude, that would be so epic.
That would be heavy. That I would get into. I
really want to rent out like 3 or 4 movie theaters with 4 separate game consoles and just have folks
just bouncing from one to the other.
No, on the same game in co-op. All 4 people running like a campaign on something. I think that would be so epic.
Oh, that would be wild. That would be wild. Okay, there's something we have to think about. That's on the bucket list.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
I think that's cool. But like I say, I just wanted to pop my head in and say what's up. I'm not going to hijack your whole freaking show.
Carl's saying he's trying to create some super spreader event.
Yes, I am.
Yes, he is, and he's damn proud of it too. And it wasn't surprise me in the least. All right, dude, no problem. We appreciate you checking in as always. I actually was gonna mention you because as long as you're here, I might as well bring it up. That in the coming weeks, people may see a little bit of a change to not so much the format, but just the overall look and feel of the show. Chris is going to be, and myself, we're going to be kind of going over some of the things that we need to do because we want to kind of improve things as far as the presentation of the show goes. Obviously, as we've talked about before, there's people that we want to bring in and we want to kind of improve that so I don't have to actually hold the phone up to the microphone.
Put it like this. I've become Tim's tech guy through an agreement that we negotiated about a week ago, and I'm going to be upgrading his OBS. Now, I was going to add some plugins and some bells and whistles to make things a little more polished, a little more fancy. However, as I was looking through things today, I found out that there is a new version of OBS that is in the wings. They just finished beta. They're about to put out the actual thing, so I'm going to wait until the new version of OBS comes out because they got some really cool stuff in there.
Fair enough.
So I'll do that then.
Okay.
And then we'll figure out how you want to format your show.
We'll figure something out. we always have, always will, don't you know?
Mike, release date is probably within the next week or so. If they haven't already done it, it's within the next week. The beta's still available if you want to check it out. And the people that I've seen using it said that there aren't many, if any, bugs that they've encountered using the beta. So if you want to check that out, it's available still.
Rock on, man. He's giving you the Ronnie James Dio horns right from where he's at right now. So there you go. So there you go. Cool beans, dude. All right, Tim starts streaming and everyone's internet in the complex turns up to 56K dial-up.
Yep.
Yeah, that's about the extent of it. You make this sound like it's a bad thing.
I will give you a call Saturday after D&D.
Okay.
So that we can get together maybe Sunday and do that recording thing that we were talking about.
Works for me. Sounds like a plan.
All right, buddy. I'll talk to you later.
All right, dude. Have a good one. We'll talk at you.
Out.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chris King, DJ OPM himself, checking in and talking about some of the changes that we're going to be going through in the coming days. And, tech, don't blow up my new apartment. Yeah. He's tried a couple of times, but we've stopped him just in the nick of time. We got a little temporary brownout, but that was about it. I'm kidding, of course. But at any rate, let's do this. Because this is what we do. This is one of the reasons that we do this show. Turn and face the strange. Changes. Ooh, look out, all you rock and rollers. That's what I'm talking about. Isn't it time you pluck something? I beg your pardon, sir. That's getting a little personal, isn't it? Yes, I'm going to pluck something. Something that I thought about doing this afternoon, as a matter of fact. One of the things that I enjoy... I thought about this song, and I was practicing today, and I was playing this. And I went, okay, there's a possibility. One of my favorite singers, one of my favorite artists, a guy by the name of Bob Gibson, wrote this along with Shel Silverstein. Cover of the Rolling Stone, Sylvia's mother, all that good stuff. Pluck, he said. Pluck. I know what you said, Carl. I know the intentions, too. Come on back, baby, hear me crying that I need you now. Come back, baby, dear, I'm dying, let me show you how. Broken hearted, I'm sinking fast. When it first got started, I was sure we'd last. Till the good times got to roll until they roll right past. Hey honey, come on back home to me. These lovesick blues are killing me. Woke up this morning with the blues all around, brightening up my sky. Then came the dawn, and the day came and saved me, and it pleased my eye. On your heart you built a stone cold wall. I made you special, but you made me crawl. Still good did that to loving girl till you left them all. Say honey, come on back home to me. These lovesick blues are killing me. Come back, baby, won't you hear me crying that I need you now? Hey, come back, baby, dear, I'm dying, Let me show you how. Broken hearted, I'm thinking fast. When we first got started, I was sure we were gonna last. So you got to loving, girl, and then you roll right past. Hey, honey, come on back home to me. These lovesick blues are killing me. Hey, honey, come on back home to me. These lovesick blues are killing me. Whoa, yeah. Yeah. A little bit of the blues. Folk blues. If you can believe there's such a thing, and yes, there is. If Jack Johnson taught us anything, it was that there are folk blues in the world. Yeah. Do you have problems with your plectrum? I tell you about my plectrum. Somebody showed me a picture, speaking of picks, or plectrums, depending upon what you call them in your side of town. There's, I guess, a pick maker. And yes, there are people that live just for making picks. This is a great example of it right here. This pick that you see in front of you. This is these are made by the Thalia Corporation, who make great capos, but they also make picks. And I love these, and I'm so glad that I found them. But they are made out of, I want to get a good one here so you can see it. They're made out of wood. This is made out of like almost a maple. And they just sound fantastic. You know, if you can think about wood reacting to a wooden instrument, it just puts a very warm tone when you use these. And with the guitar that I've got right now, the Lava ME Pro that I've got, that Chris so very nicely got me for my birthday, which I love. It's even though it's a carbon fiber guitar, I can use the wooden picks and I can still get a natural tone off of them. So yeah, the reason I babble on about these is because there's a certain pick maker that actually, I guess, has reached a certain plateau in sales, and so they're making picks out of marble. And I wish I had a picture of these things because it looks absolutely gorgeous. It really does. It's about the size of my thumb, but they're made out of pure marble. And on one hand, yeah, I guess that, you know, it'll last forever. But God help your strings and your guitar. If you should, like any good guitarist, you drop your pick inside your acoustic guitar. And anybody who plays guitar can relate to that. But I wish I had a picture of it because those things are really, really pretty. Carl says, if you get the time, check out Tom Jones' new album. There's a song on there called One More Cup of Coffee. It's right up your street. Celtic design. Yes, it is a Celtic design on the pick. Yes, you're absolutely right about that. But yeah, no, I've heard about the new Tom Jones album. I have heard about it, and I've heard it kicks. You know, I know there's a lot of people looking at me weird right now going, Tim, it's Tom Jones. Yes, it's Tom Jones. And you can say whatever you want, but Tom Jones is badass when it comes to a singer. Okay, I dare anybody to try to match him. It's absolutely unreal. He does a slightly weird version of Windmills of Your Mind. What was that song that he sang during the auditions for The Voice? And he started singing it, and the place just went crazy. I can't remember what it is. Yeah, no, it's not unusual. It's not unusual. Stop it. And you say, just stop it. It's not unusual. Don't even get me started on the What's New Pussycat jokes. Speaking of songs, this will tie everything in that I wanted to talk about this week. Feeling kind of bad about the loss of a very significant songwriter. If you have not heard about this, You may not know the name, but you will know his work. His work is legendary. I'm talking about Jim Steinman, who he lost at the age of 70 due to kidney failure brought on by many health problems. He'd had a stroke. He'd had heart surgery. He was not well, and finally succumbed to complications because of it. But his body of work, and Carl just put it in this chat so nicely. We're talking about Meatloaf's Man. Yes, among others, a lot of people relate to him as the writer for Meatloaf, just like, people relate Bernie Taupin to Elton John, which is understandable. But Jim Steinman was an amazing writer. It's just an amazing writer. Yes, he did write all of Bat Out of Hell. He wrote all of Bat Out of Hell 2. Dead Ringer for Love was a great track. He also wrote for Celine Dion. Many people don't know that. It's All Coming Back to Me Now. Terrific song. Did a couple of songs for Air Supply, which I can't remember. I want to say Making Love Out of Nothing at All. I think that was his. Bonnie Tyler, Total Eclipse of the Heart, was a Jim Steinman track. I didn't know he did Bat Out of Hell 1 and 2. Yes, he did. He did Bat Out of Hell 1 and 2, and, I'd do anything for love, but I won't do that. Terrific song. One of my all-time favorite tracks. He also recorded a solo album in 1980, an album called Bad for Good, where he did the original version for of Rock and Roll Dreams Come True, which is a great song. In fact, one of the things that he did, which was on his Bad for Good album, and was also on Bad Out of Hell 2, I put on my second album. I put on Honor Among Thieves. You started it off. It's a track called Love and Death and an American Guitar. On Bad Out of Hell 2, it's called Wasted Youth, which is just there's nothing to describe it. It's sound poetry is what it is. And I always loved the way that played out. And I had to open my album with that. So yeah, I Do Anything for Love had Bonnie Tyler in it, but the video, it's a young woman miming her lines. No. That is not Bonnie Tyler. My brother, my man, my dude, that is not Bonnie Tyler that is singing on I Do Anything for Love. It was a woman, and I can't remember her name. I cannot remember her name. No, but I swear to you it wasn't, dude. I swear to you it wasn't. In fact, I was really hoping it was going to be Carlo DeVito, but apparently it's not. He produced singles for the Sisters of Mercy. Stop it! He produced singles for the Sisters of Mercy. Really? MU City, come on, man. Oh, Lorraine Crosby. Yes, that's who it was. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, so it's really sad. Because I regarded him as just a terrific lyricist, an amazing keyboard player, had just this vision of everything just being bigger than life. That's how the whole Meatloaf saga began, where all the songs are bigger than life. Lorraine Crosby, not related to Stills Nash. No, not related to Stills Nash or Young. This Corrosion and Dominion. MU City has just fallen off the rails. Here we go. Oh, man. Yeah, so look it up. This Corrosion and Dominion. This Corrosion and Dominion. Oh, you are serious? I'm sorry. The Sisters of Mercy. Oh, the Sisters of Mercy, the band. See, this is where the Southside Irish Catholic in me comes out. Okay? I think the Sisters of Mercy, I think of Sister Mary Discipline sitting in the back of the classroom with the steel ruler. Okay? Sisters of Mercy is a band. Got it. Thank you. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry I misunderstood, but it's the it's the shell shock. What can I tell you? 8 years of Irish Catholic upbringing. Not the Sisters of Mercy nun sect. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. This is where the old school goth in me comes out. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, here we go. Amu City is going to start running down the street now looking like that character in Nightmare Before Christmas. I understand. Quoting a lot of Nine Inch Nails songs. A lot of Morrissey. I get it. Blame it on the vaccine. No. Get the ruler. No. No rulers. No rulers. That's why I'm left-handed. Yep. Got that ruler one day. Fell 2 years behind in penmanship. We've talked about this on the show. He's falling 2 years behind in penmanship, Mrs. Gainer. I don't know why. Because you crippled his ass. He's got to relearn everything. So, yeah. And, yes, you could blame that on the vaccine, but he hasn't had it yet. That's the problem. Can you imagine what it's going to be like when he is on the vaccine? Whew. Yep. He does enough of the Pfizer medications to begin with, I'll bet you. You see what I did there? Because the thing. In Ireland, being left-handed is referred to as an Irish word. Kitog. It means awkward-handed. No. See, there's a saying. I'm going to bring up the saying one more time. I've used this saying on a couple of occasions. If right-handed people use the left side of their brain, then left-handed people are the only ones in their right minds. Change my mind. Hey now. So we'll get it. Ned Flanders is left-handed. Yes, he is. And I remember that episode too. Between the left-handed thing and Scotch Tape World on Saturday Night Live. I don't know why I remember that sketch. Mike Myers opening up a Scotch tape store. Because if it isn't Scotch, it's crap. So, hey. If it's good enough for him, it's good enough for me. And if Ned Flanders is left-handed, well, look what happened to his wife. Well, I can relate to that too. Of course, I haven't killed her. I know you're all expecting me to say yet, and I'm not going to do it. Because this is YouTube, and these things are recorded, and people hold things against me. And I don't want to do that. It was a Scotch store where they sold all things Scottish. Okay, I thought it was a Scotch tape store. No, that was the Scotch tape store. That was somebody else. I can't remember who it is. I want to remember. It would be time for another songette, but unfortunately, we are running a little short. So, unfortunately, I won't be able to do that. Ain't going to be able to do it. Wouldn't be prudent at this juncture. Not at this time. Okay, now we're back into 2002. Is that what you're telling me? Talking about Saddam Hussein. But anyway, yeah, we'll start to wrap it up right about here. Because we're just running this thing off the rails is what we're doing by all means. Thank you all so much for joining me this week. I certainly do appreciate it. It does mean a lot. And you know what? We're up past 80 subscribers. So if you want to really stroke Tim's ego, and of course, who doesn't? Like, subscribe, get the notifications, do all that stuff down below. I really do appreciate it. If you're here now, new, or if you're just watching the replay for the first time, Scottish Shop Skit. Say that 3 times fast. $929.90 air date. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Awesome show. Thank you, Carl. Thank you. And thanks to everybody that was in the chat room this evening. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. I ain't stroking anything. I'm not Billy Squire. It's not what you said at the party. But by all means, like, subscribe, do all that YouTube stuff, please, because we can get up to 100 subscribers. And then you and I together, we're going to change the YouTube page. We're going to change the name of the channel, and we'll turn it into something that we can all enjoy. Okay, so make sure you do that. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. In other words, if you like it, hey, you know what to do. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. We'll see you next week. We out. Peace.